Welcome back to another episode of the Crypto Serpent and FX Street. I like where this is going. This came out literally a day ago saying 3 reasons why XRP price could rally to $3.30. How interesting. How interesting. I believe someone else has been talking about a 330 price tag. But let's talk about FX Street and why they believe that we're going to $3.30. So XRP price illustrates a multi-year head and shoulders pattern with 600% potential. Ripple builds on the momentum for its payment system, with new financial institutions joining almost every week. XRP price benefiting from small but important victories versus the SEC. So they're probably the key main points of why FX Street believes that it's going to happen. The price volatility has been tested, throughout the entire of May, and XRP price emerges with a new attitude after a rough April and May. So essentially what we're saying here is that obviously, May was tough for the entire industry. There wasn't a single coin that wasn't impacted by it in some form or fashion. But where FX Street are going here saying is that from, that $1.30, then, we could potentially see a price action and a price move towards the 170s and the 176 price range. And then following from that, pushing forward and going, more and more. So it also, the XRP price is bound to go up from here because of the multiple and successive victories against the SEC. And there is more to come, and there's more news today as well in regards to this and what is going on. So, and not to mention that, CNBC named them one of the top 50 disruptors from a system point of view, and all the banks that are coming on every single day. So very cool news from FX Street, and I like when professionals get out there and actually make their judgments. Like I've been saying, it's not just Crypto Serpent or, you random people on TikToks or YouTubers. We're talking about professional groups like FX Street, talking about it in a very, very positive way. So I think that's really, really cool. Now, I know that you do ask this particular question around, how can possibly XRP go to 4 figures? And then, you got things like this come out about, the mathematical equation on how one day we could see a $1,050 XRP. But that, right now, the point of the channel is to give you exactly what you need right now, today, to make some informed decisions. And, tweets like this coming out of, if that, but, could this, it only confuses the general market anyway. So my point to you is, let's focus on what is today, tomorrow, next month. And then we'll keep on building and keep coming out with information. But don't go in because some video told you that it's going to 1,050, because that is certainly not an overnight thing. And the amount of things that could happen before reaching that is like a billion reasons why it may not ever reach that. So let's keep focused on what is real and what is happening right now. Something else to mention as well is that the SEC were asked to provide specific information to Ripple, which they're yet to do. So they're yet to hand over these particular files, and I don't think the judge is going to be very impressed at all about this. So we will keep a very, very close eye as we head towards a new week on what that's going to look like and what are the possible outcomes to come from this, because obviously, they're trying to get a 60-day extension. They're failing to hand over things. It's just getting worse and worse for them, and I do truly believe that. I like this article and what came out yesterday. So from former US Treasurer says why she joined Ripple, and I think that's really, really cool. From her point, what she said and the way that she described it. She did go on to say that, she does have faith in Gary Gensler, and, that, the route outcomes will come through, not just for Ripple XRP, but for the entire blockchain cryptocurrency world. And that, we are still in, a wild, wild west situation out there in the world with, because there's no regulatory clarity, there are a lot of things going on out there that, she doesn't necessarily agree with, but over time with regulatory clarification, that will come through. Now, Xago, which is a Ripple partner, has teamed up to empower entrepreneurs in Africa. So this Xago is an organization that uses the Ripple technology, and they're working quite proactively in Africa as well. So that's very, very interesting, and certainly something to keep an eye on how this progresses and what it means for XRP and the Ripple, the Ripple ecosystem in Africa, which I know is a very, very big talking point right now. Billionaire Mark Cuban joins the XRP army in criticizing the SEC. So Mark Cuban has actually come out and he's not agreeing with what's going on out there at the moment, and he had something to say about it. So again, more and more people getting behind. Like I said, there's been a real turn as far as how much media attention Ripple is getting and how much media attention XRP is getting now in America. And I think it is a sign of things to come, which is, I believe, a settlement or a win. And either one of those I'll be happy with. Like I said, there's two things I'm looking forward to: a $10 XRP, and the day that we see, SEC versus Ripple either settled or won. And I can't wait to share both of them with you. Now, I know that these type of arguments come out all the time, but there are lots of people out there in the marketplace that do say, it's a centralized shitcoin. Then they start doing actual research. Then they realize that it has a DEX. It's actually decentralized. It's scalable. It's fast, low fees, and then they're like, then they turn. And so my encouragement to you is, before making a judgment, or if somebody has told you, nah, don't go with that, because it's a scam, it's a shitcoin, blah blah blah. Please do your own research. And it's not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor, but I do want you to be well educated, so that when comments like this do come out, you actually know the answer. And that for me is so important. Let's jump into Atani. Let's see what the charts are telling us today. All right, so we did have a price movement. So the price did move, and obviously, when Elon made his call, it impacted the market as he usually does. But we seem to be finding ourselves a nice turnaround now. On the daily, we are still in the bullish, and on the RSI, we are towards the bottom. So very, very positive. Now, when we go into the hourly, what's really fascinating, there are a couple of things here to look into. First of all is when we were outside of the Bollinger, we actually came back in very, very quickly. And if you were a day trader and you have gone in at 93, you would already be at 98 today. So it's interesting because when we do step out of the Bollinger, we always do come back in. The RSI on the hourly, or from a MACD point of view as well, it is bullish. But the RSI on the hourly, look at this, like it went into oversold and straight away went back into, buying volume. So very, very fascinating, very strong signs of bullish. On the 4 hourly, we were bullish, then we went bearish, and now I think we will be coming back and cross over into a bullish signal. And on the 12 hourly, we are bullish. So it is, from all indicators at the moment are screaming that we will be going up. Now, where are we going from here? I think, I can see us hitting 120 today, potentially 120, 125 maybe. Somewhere around here, I can see that happening from a spike in volume. But on the daily chart, which is obviously one of the most important charts when we look at this stuff, we are bullish. So very, very promising, very and exciting to see things like this occur. So let's jump into some drawings. Let's see what they tell us. All right, so in the charts, what I want to show you today is something pretty important to cover off. We are heading into this bullish now momentum. It will be ferocious momentum from XRP, and it will be legendary. And I want to show you what happened back in 2017, 2018, and what I think is likely to happen if the same thing happens again. We've got a bigger market now. We got more adoption than ever. We got more people than ever utilizing blockchain, and it's just escalating and escalating and escalating. And this time frame that I'm showing you right now is not today, tomorrow. This is over the course of between now and like September next year, right? So it's going to take some time to get there. But let me explain to you what occurred back then, right? So there was a huge drop that occurred, and then with that huge drop that occurred, then it started to move sideways for a little bit. And then after that, it just exploded. And there was like a couple of weekly candles, which were just monstrous. Then from there, it actually, traced back, went sideways for a little bit, and then it went up. Then it again went sideways for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, about, where are we here? About another 25 weeks of sideways action. And then it went one more time. And then obviously we remember, the bear market kicked in really hard, and then traded sideways for 4 years. Now we go up here to the current present, and we did have that massive drop. Now it's come back, and now we're trending sideways, and we can expect 3 legendary moves, and that move, the moves will be hard hitting, ferocious. And so what we're looking for is we're looking for a 290 to 330. Then we're gonna go sideways for a little bit, where once again, the haters and the it was just a pump and dump, blah 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 will kick in. Then after that, we will go one more time for a major move, which will see us go into the 10s, 10, 11, maybe even touch 15 for a little bit. Then we're gonna go sideways, in the $5.50 to $3.50 range, before we do one final push, which will get us into the 123 to 130 range. Now, again, I really want to stress it is not overnight. A lot of things have to go right for this to occur. But what I'm saying is that it is coming, and there is absolutely no reason from a technology, adoption, case settlement, and everything that Ripple and Flare have been working on. I think this is a matter of when, not if. Now, if you learned something new today, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe. And as always, thank you. And I look forward to see you on the next one.